summary training. Learn to tell your story at Beyond Norm. Join us now.
Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible moments in all of sports history. Seriously. It's a story that's not really about winning a race. It's about the unbelievable power of the human spirit. We're talking about the story of Derek Redmond. So let me ask you something right off the bat. What does it actually mean to win? Is it just about being the first one to cross the finish line? Or is it maybe something else entirely? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we go through this.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll start with the core of the story. Then we'll look at a few key words that really bring it to life. After that, we'll walk through the race itself. And finally, we'll put it all together in the full summary.
So, let's start with the heart of it all. Before we get into every little detail, what's the one thing, the main idea that makes this moment so legendary?
This is it, right here. It's an athlete's absolute worst nightmare, which then turns into this unbelievable display of pure grit. This is a story where the whole idea of victory gets flipped on its head. It's not about being first, it's about just finishing.
Okay, to really get the full impact of this story, we've got to understand a few key words. Think of these as the building blocks for the emotion we're about to explore.
First up, champion. Now, usually we think of a champion as the person with the gold medal, right? The one on top of the podium. But this story, well, it makes you wonder, can you still be a champion even if you come in dead last?
Next, we've got dedication. You know, this is the part you don't see. It's the thousands of hours of practice, the years of saying no to other things, all for one single goal. For an athlete like Derek Redmond, dedication was his entire life. And then there's this word, unbearable. This isn't just about feeling a little pain. This is the kind of agony that's supposed to make you stop, period. It's your body just screaming at you to give up. This word is key to understanding what Derek was physically up against. Which brings us to collapse. This is the moment a dream dies, right there on the track. It's when the body finally gives out, and it feels like all those years of hard work just evaporate.
But right after the collapse, you get the struggle. This is the amazing part. It's the conscious choice to fight back against that unbearable pain, to refuse to give in. It's the human spirit in action, plain and simple. And all of that leads to our final word, admiration. This is what everyone in that stadium and millions watching at home felt. It's this deep respect that has absolutely nothing to do with winning and everything to do with courage. It's why we're still talking about this today.
Okay, awesome. With those words fresh in our minds, let's break down what actually happened during the race. We're going to go through this incredible moment by moment.
So you can see the whole story arc right here. It's so dramatic. A powerful start, a sudden, horrible disaster, and then one of the most memorable finishes of all time. It's like a whole movie packed into just a few moments.
And what's so powerful here is the contrast. I mean, look at this. On one side, you have the dream, winning gold, getting redemption after being injured in the last Olympics, proving himself to the world. And then bam, the reality, searing, unbearable pain and crashing to the ground. The dream and the disaster collided in a split second.
But this is where the story takes a turn. The medics rush out with a stretcher, assuming it's over. But Derek just waves them away. He's not quitting. He somehow gets back on his feet and starts hopping on one leg toward the finish line. At that point, the race for a medal was completely over. A much bigger story was just beginning. And then, can you imagine this? Some guy bursts through security, dodges the officials, and runs right onto the Olympic track. It's his dad, Jim.
He gets to his son, holds him, and just says, "You don't have to do this. You have nothing to prove." But Derek's answer, through the tears, was simple: "I have to finish." And his dad's response? Just pure, unconditional love. He doesn't try to stop him. He says, "Okay, if you're going to finish, we're going to do it together." Suddenly, this wasn't about one athlete anymore. It was about a father and a son. And they weren't the only ones there. Imagine this: 65,000 people watched this happen. The entire stadium went from cheering for a race to this huge emotional wave of support. It was just pure admiration and respect. Okay, let's get to our final section and tie all of these pieces together. This is the full story, a summary of what real courage looks like. So let's paint the picture. It's the 1992 Olympics. Derek Redmond is fired up. He missed the last games because of an injury, so this was his moment. He's one of the favorites. The gun goes off, he's flying. Everything he's worked for his whole life is happening right now. And then, 150 meters in, a pop, a sound like a gunshot. His hamstring completely tears. The pain is just unbelievable. He collapses on the track, and in that 1 second, the dream of winning a medal is gone, shattered. But here's the thing. His body quit, but his spirit didn't. This is the whole point. He pushes the medical staff away. He gets up, and he starts hopping, struggling his way down the track. Each painful hop is just this act of pure defiance. He wasn't going to be carried off. The crowd of 65,000 people went from shocked silence to this incredible roar of support. And that's when his father, Jim, seeing his son's pain and his unbelievable will, just couldn't stay in his seat. He broke the rules and ran to him. Jim gets to Derek, puts his arm around him, and says, "You don't have to do this." But Derek, sobbing, just insists, "I have to finish." And his dad says the most perfect thing: "Then we're going to finish this together." And they did. Leaning on his dad for support, they crossed that finish line. He didn't win a medal, he didn't even get an official time, but what he got instead was one of the most iconic moments in sports history. A lesson in resilience, in love, and in what it really means to have the heart of a champion. So yeah, on paper, he was disqualified because he got help. He officially came in last. But for those 65,000 people in the stands, and for all of us who have seen it since, did he really lose? No way. He won something so much bigger that day. And that brings us right back to that first question. But now it feels different, doesn't it? Derek's story really makes you think about your own life. It kind of forces you to ask, what are my finish lines? What things are so important to me that I would fight through almost anything just to see them through to the end? What's your finish line?
Want to speak English better and boost your exam scores? Summary training makes it happen.